What is up, YouTube? It's your boy The Walk 71. Replace Day with a 4. We are here with some more wrestling talk, and honestly, I'm on spring break right now, so I got time, and I'm actually making my NXT TakeOver Dallas predictions, and I'm also gonna be coming out with a part 2 of this video, which is my WrestleMania 32 predictions. So I'm not gonna be doing these predictions on a regular basis. It's the biggest WrestleMania show, and this is I don't know if it's the biggest NXT show, but it's gonna be a good one. And I feel like doing predictions since I'm like free now, because I'm usually not free during this week. I'd probably be busy right now if I was coming out with this video. But we are talking about NXT TakeOver Dallas. Now this card, it's 6 matches on this card. This card looks like the matches are gonna be incredible. Honestly, these matches, yeah, so far they got the right build-up time, and everything seems to be going great, except for maybe the Apollo Crews match. But we're gonna start off with Aries versus Baron Corbin. Now this match right here is like a blood feud almost, and we barely got enough time for this. But I can feel this match. Like I can feel the animosity and all the hate towards each other in this match. Now we got Aries coming from TNA. He's a TNA world champion. He's coming from Ring of Honor. He's a 2-time Ring of Honor champion. He honestly, in my opinion, he took the X Division title and made it kind of important, in my opinion, when he held it, and then he ended up doing the plan option C to become a world heavyweight champion. So Aries already is coming in as a very accomplished wrestler, but Baron Corbin is probably one of the best heels right now in NXT besides Samoa Joe. This guy right here is incredible. Like, I like this guy. This guy right here, he doesn't like nobody from the indies. Like at his match at NXT TakeOver London, what did he do to he told Apollo Crews to go back to the indies. And I mean, he told him to go back to Ring of Honor, even though Apollo Crews never went to Ring of Honor. It's funny, but that was funny. But this match right here is gonna be great. It's gonna be Aries. I don't know. They're saying this is debut match, but according to the tapings from a month ago, he competed on there. So it's either going to be his debut match, or we're going to actually see Aries perform a very high profile match already in his match against Baron Corbin. My opinion, I want to see Baron Corbin win, because I feel like this will help his heel character, but they can't have Aries start off in his like first major match with an L. Like, I want Baron Corbin to win, but Aries is going to win. So in my prediction, it's going to be Aries, but I wouldn't be surprised or mad or shocked if Baron Corbin won. You feel me? The next match we have the Revival, Dash and Dawson versus the American Alpha, Jason Jordan and Chad Gable. Jesus, these two tag teams are like the best tag teams in NXT right now. Right now, these guys are crazy. You got Dash and Dawson, the mechanics. They have the Shatter Machine, their finisher, which is basically a code breaker off of like one of them lifting you, and I believe Dash Wilder hit you with a code breaker. These guys right here are probably an incredible tag team. Like, they can take out anybody, and they're very, I guess you could say, psychological tag team. Like, these guys are great. If you haven't seen any of their matches, I say go back and watch their match at NXT TakeOver Respect and the Dusty Rhodes tag team tournament, the semifinals against Samoa Joe and Finn Balor. That match was great. They had messed up Finn Balor's leg, and I felt like they were going to break his leg because they continued to work the body part and they continued to attack it. And I believe that's why they're so great. They are like an old school tag team. Like, they remind me of one of those old tag teams you see when you look up old tag teams like Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson. I know I'm too young to know about them, but I do my research. These guys are incredible, bro. I actually like this tag team, and it's crazy because they're like one of those tag teams in NXT that you expected not to do well, because they both were like jobbers before this, and then they ended up taking the NXT tag team division and making it great again. Then we got the American Alpha, Jason Jordan and Chad Gable. Now before this, Jason Jordan has been in NXT for a very long time. He's had no success. He's been a jobber during the beginning times when it was like Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns and everybody, and he wasn't really doing successful. Then they put him in a tag team with Ty Dillinger. That didn't last much. It wasn't really great. So instead, we got the American Alpha. We got Jason Jordan, Chad Gable. Chad Gable is an incredible wrestler. He is an incredible technical wrestler. He will twist your arm. He will literally twist you up into a pretzel and he'll suplex you. But Jason Jordan plays his role well as the power guy in this tag team match. He will suplex you. He'll hit you with a belly-to-belly suplex. He has the best comeback. Not comeback, but a hot tag. And I feel like this match will be great. The crowd is going to go crazy for the American Alpha. And I got the American Alpha going with the NXT Tag Team Championships. I really do have them winning that match. Then we got this next match. More of a put-together kind of match. It was Apollo Crews versus Elias Samson. Now, Elias Samson is this one heel that I can't get behind him. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the booking. I don't know what it is. But I can't get behind Elias Samson as a heel. Like, he kind of bores me in a way. Like, I felt like he could have this kind of dark, mythical kind of gimmick or whatever, where he's just a dark heel who just beats people up. But he's kind of weird, like one of them type of gimmicks, and it just does not work right now. He's not getting me as like one of those crazy heels. You got Apollo Crews, who is somebody who can go in a match. Look at his match with Finn Balor. This man can go, but he's missing something that's like keeping him from being at the top. I don't know, maybe it's charisma. I don't know what it is. It's something missing. But I got Apollo Crews in this match. I got Apollo Crews in this match. Elias Samson, he needs more work, in my opinion. I think he needs more work. But I got Apollo Crews winning because I really don't want to see Elias Samson win this one. Then the next match got probably going to be the match of the night, or at least contender for match of the night. If we're lucky, we might get match of the year. We're going to have Sami Zayn versus the debuting Shinsuke Nakamura. This guy, if you don't know who Shinsuke Nakamura is, you should slap yourself. If you're like a wrestling fan and you don't know who he is, you should slap yourself, because this is probably one of the greatest wrestlers of like this generation, but he's never been in America until now. Kind of like he's never been in WWE basically. This guy can go. If you want to find any match, look up Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles, which is probably the best match I've seen this year in 2016, and that's including the AJ Styles and Chris Jericho match. The Shinsuke Nakamura AJ Styles match from Wrestle Kingdom 10, look it up. That match was incredible. That was a great match. Just look up any of his matches. More of his recent kind of profile match when he's the Intercontinental Champion in New Japan. This guy's an incredible wrestler. He calls himself the King of Strong Style, because the King of Strongest Style. I hope they keep that name in NXT. Then you have Sami Zayn. This guy, he can go. We already know what Sami Zayn could do in NXT. His best match was with the one with Adrian Neville at NXT TakeOver Our Evolution for the NXT title back in December of 2014. I feel like this is going to be Sami Zayn's last high-profile match, though. As you can see on the main roster, they're not doing that much with Sami Zayn, honestly. They basically made me not really care what he's doing in the ring, which sucks because I want to see Sami Zayn shine in NXT. I mean, in WWE, the main roster. So, if you want to see Sami Zayn in a good match, this is going to be probably his last good match in WWE, honestly. That's my opinion. But I got Shinsuke Nakamura winning because if you're going to the main roster, you're going to lose your final match in NXT, and plus you got to put over the newer guy, Shinsuke Nakamura. So it's more like passing towards Sami Zayn, giving his spot up for a new spot, which is an incredible replacement. Shinsuke Nakamura is going to do great in NXT. I could see him and Finn Balor going at it for the NXT title. The next match, which is going to be for the NXT Women's Championship, we got Bayley, the champion, versus Asuka, the greatest like new women's wrestler in NXT right now. Asuka's been doing her thing in NXT right now. She's been kicking women's heads off, not literally, but she's been knocking people out. She's an incredible like performer. Like, she knows how to go, and I feel like Bayley, she's carried the Divas. I messed up. I hate myself. She's been carrying the women's division in NXT long enough. Like, I think it's time for Bayley to go up to the main roster. Like, Charlotte, Sasha, and Becky are on the main roster now. And now it's time for Bayley's to get on the main roster. So we have the 4 horsewomen on the main roster. Bayley's been in NXT enough. I think it's time for her to get moved on. And the best way to do it is have her lose to Asuka, And then Asuka's gonna carry the women's division like crazy. Like, she doesn't even have to speak English, and she's gonna carry the women's division just because she's that good of a performer. So I have Asuka winning this and becoming the new women's champion. Now we have the main event of the evening. We have the singles match for the NXT Championship. We got Samoa Joe taking on Finn Balor, right? Finn Balor, he's the NXT champion, and he's close to becoming the longest reigning NXT champion, by the way. And he's facing Samoa Joe for the second time. The last time they faced for the title, it was NXT TakeOver London. Finn Balor won, but the match was still great. Now, honestly, I don't know who's gonna win this match. If I have to say, I'm gonna say it's gonna be Finn Balor, because I don't think Finn is ready for the main roster. I think Joe's ready for the main roster, but I feel like if Joe wins, who's gonna be the face other than Finn to try to challenge him? I would say maybe Apollo Crews, maybe, or like if Joe. I can't like think of a logical way for Joe to be champion. Like, I feel like Joe should be on the main roster. And as for Finn Balor, he has Joe to worry about, and now he has Baron Corbin to worry about, because I know Baron Corbin's probably gonna have that this thing where he's gonna be mad that he lost to Austin Aries, so then he's just gonna go crazy and start beating people up. He's gonna get a title match. So honestly, I have Finn Balor winning this match. Yeah, I got Finn Balor winning this for a second time. I don't know why, but I like how Samoa Joe barely talks this time. He's just literally beating people up, not saying much. He's literally beating people up, not saying nothing. I think he's just trying to send Finn Balor a message that that's going to be 100 times worse this time, because this is the second time he's facing Finn Balor. So I don't know what happens. NXT TakeOver Dallas, April 1st, 10 Eastern, 9 Central, my time, Central Time, on the WWE Network. It's going to be great. Honestly, this is going to be a good show. The matches already seem like they're going to be crisp. They're going to be excellent, perfecto. And later, I guess an hour after this, you'll be getting my WrestleMania 32 prediction. So like, comment, favorite, subscribe. Do what you do to support me. What else do I say? Follow me on all my social media outlets. You know what to do. Anyway, guys, I'm out. Peace.